Now in the Lunar Moon, there's several things you can craft and use. The most important is Lunar Whisper. You can't craft, but this is what you will be getting from all of your drops, such as killing enemies that are affected by the Lunar. You can also craft and collect Lunar Suppressant, which suppresses the Lunar inside of you in case you don't want to partake and you're out just doing stuff. You have the Lunar Stimulant, which if you die, you will drop Lunar Whispers and you will be cured of the lunacy. You have the chests, as I said as well, but also more importantly you have food like these surprise spring rolls, which work better the lower your health is. So as you'll hear me say several times throughout this video, lower health is kind of meta as it gives you more Lunar Whispers as well. So keep that in mind as you move forward with your lunar escapades. So here I'm going to show you my preferred place to do the grinding, and as you're going to see, it's going to be the Blackfell zone right outside of Blackfell. We're going to start the tennis courts. If you look at the screen, we're going to start at the tennis courts, we're going to go down to this building, and then we're going to do a triangle to wrap around to the gas station up here, then head back to the tennis courts. And that is the path that I recommend anyone take, especially if you're newer. Obviously, you're going to find your own path, and I'm sure people in the comments or in your world chat are going to tell you paths that work better for them. That's just my preferred path on my specific server. It seems to be where everyone congregates to do such things. Now, the Lunar Moon is going to start every night at 9 p.m. It's going to affect everyone on the server, no matter where you are, and it's going to spawn these chests that you can see in the background. It's got a Lunar Moon over it. Now, those are the meat, but this right here, as you can see in front of me, the Lunar Spectre, this is the potatoes. Now, these are the guys that you're going to want to hunt down. There's an event to kill milestone amounts of them, so 5, 10, 15, 20, etc. And this gives you a ton of Lunar Whispers, as long as some other fun things, some cosmetics and things like that. Now, as you can see, I'm shooting other mobs while I'm killing him, because as long as you deal damage to a mob, people who aren't in your party, if they kill it, you'll still get the rewards for it. And this event is all about farming those Lunar Whispers, farming the Lunar spawns, and moving on from there. And this is why I started the tennis courts, because as you can see, another Lunar Spectre has spawned just like that. Now, if I'm being honest, I don't quite know the spawn rate of them. I don't know how common they are in other areas, things like that. So this is why this is the path I always take, because everyone else on the server seems to know more than me, so it just allows me to kind of piggyback off of them and go from there. So you're gonna want to kill these guys. Now keep in mind, if they kill you, they will absorb you and they'll become a more powerful version, so you don't ever want them to kill you. Afterwards, you're going to open up lunar crates. Now, as you can see, as I'm doing this, there's a max gain and a basic gain, just like other loot chests in the game. You're always going to want to go for the max gain. Now, this is going to cost anywhere from 50 to 120 Lunar Whispers. The 120 Lunar Whispers is the one that has a chance of dropping Deviants. It drops the higher mod boxes and the weapons and armor that are tier 5 golden. So keep an eye out for those. In my experience, I'm not using any of the lunar armor that drops because I have a set on that complements my Power Surge crossbow. But yeah. And here you see me killing this elite. I honestly don't even recommend killing this guy unless other people are killing him, because he takes way too long to kill, and you only have from 9 p.m. till 3 a.m. in game to do this lunar stuff. So it is kind of grindy. You got to get up, you got to go quickly. Now, the lower your health is, the more Lunar Whispers you're going to get, which is why low health builds are so important in meta right now, because it's what they want you to be, is low health. Two of the best things I suggest running, because there are quite a lot of enemies that can spawn, because enemies' aggro ranges grow further. I recommend the Critical Pulse crossbow build, which is Power Surge, just because of the 100% chance of, basically 100% chance of chain lightning, which makes taking care of enemies, especially in groups, really easily. Another popular one I see people running is there's an SMG that it takes ammo out of the reserve and then eats your health but won't drop you below 1. So that's a good way to min-max, is you can have literally 1 health, and then you couple that with the mod that I believe it's a chest mod, and it puts a shield over you when you're not in combat, and that shield persists into combat. Now, as I open up this one, you see it's a 50. A lot of people don't even do max gain on the 50s because they don't want to waste their Lunar Whispers on it. I do it because I just have a ton. I'm not really worried about it. And killing those specters did drop me a deviation that I went ahead and picked up. So now we're heading to our third and final spot, which is just going to be this little gas station mechanic shop over here. Now, I've never actually fought a specter in this area, but I just do it as an extra chest location. Also, in my experience, I have more 120 chests here than anywhere else in this area. So I'm killing this guy, I'm going to loot them for their whispers, and then I'm going to open this chest, which I believe this chest is a 120, and these are the good ones. I'm also going to get my ass kicked while I'm opening this chest, because as you can see, enemies just spawn left and right. And there we go. As you can see, the max gain is 120. This is the one that has the high chance of dropping the deviants. You're going to get rubies, of course. You're going to get the lunar suffix, but you're also going to get the lunar crafting materials like lunar wool, lunar wolf pelt, stuff like that. Now those, when you craft armor, they give you different bonuses depending on the armor you're crafting. So keep an eye out for those. You're going to want to stockpile those. It's also a good way to make electric links, or whatever the currency in this game is called. It's a good way to make those because people will be buying them in bulk, especially moving into phase 3. People are getting quite sick of farming this lunar event, and I don't blame them. So here I am dodging a specter spawn, and these guys are rough. They kill you fast, especially if you're doing a low health build, which there's really no point in doing the lunar event unless you're running low health. But as you can see, it's quite easy to actually break their AI, especially with the Shadow Wolf. He's just standing there. He's not doing anything. So I'm just taking advantage of this, standing here and hosing him down with my crossbow. And that's another good thing, is the Shadow Wolf will take aggro for you. And sometimes, very rarely, the specters can heal themselves with an activator. That can be very annoying, but if it happens, it happens. There's not really much you can really do about it. It kind of is what it is. You just got to keep shooting them down through that. So as you can see, this chest has not respawned for me, but another specter has respawned. Now again, I don't care about the chests anymore. I've been running the event so much that I really only care about the specters just for the milestone rewards. And it's worth noting that there is a bug in the game where you can kill specters, but sometimes it won't go into your event. Now I'm not sure if that's a bug that people have figured out how to get around. I've asked in my server, no one's been able to give me an answer, but I'll have, like this night during this recording, I killed, I want to say 7 to 8 specters, but then when I checked my event, I had only killed like 3. So keep that in mind. That can be pretty annoying, but if you kill 10 specters, don't assume that your event is going to count all 10 of them, because then you're going to end up running out of time in the event and not get the cosmetics that you're looking for. Now to quickly go over the lunar suffix mods, as you can see here, these are what the specters are going to drop and the crates are going to drop that you keep looting throughout the entire thing. Now you can either open them directly, or you can open them using the controller to open them. This is up to you. I already have multiples of all the lunar mods, but if you use a controller, as you can see, you're guaranteed one of the higher end mods. Now there are several different versions of the crates. So you have the legendary, then you have the purples, and then you have the whites. Now when you're taking care or opening the purples, they still give you the option to use a controller. I personally would never use a controller on the purples. That's just me. You know, whatever you decide to do is whatever you decide to do. At the same time, the blues are not going to allow you to use the controllers. So keep that in mind and use your controllers wisely, of course. Now, for whatever reason, my audio is getting scuffed, but I just want to thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to be doing more Once Human guides once I find more things that I feel like people have questions on. So make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that weird shit that people always ask you to do, and let me know what you think, let me know what you need, and leave all of your extra questions, comments, tips. All of that's greatly appreciated. I by no means am a professional Once Human player, but I do play dozens of hours per week, so I thought, I see a lot of people asking the same questions in world chat on different servers. I figured I'd throw in my 2 cents, so I might be able to help a few people out. I am still quite garbage at editing, but I'm trying my best. Anyway, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one.